We continue a conversation we started last week on colon cleansing. Kate Kibara, welcome to the show.
I'm glad to be here. Thank
You
you
look
so much.
fire.
Healthy living, healthy eating, go
Yeah.
organic.
That's you.
Yeah.
That's you. Great. So we started a conversation last week on colon cleansing, and we barely scratched the surface of it. You just mentioned last time colon cleansing, what happens in our stomach and the large intestines and the small intestines and their functions, and why sometimes we need. If I remember, a very interesting example you gave was that nyama choma tukikula jioni, it's going to be in our body for like 72 hours thereabouts without being digested, so getting out of the system, and that we need to go to the loo, we need to have a bowel movement 2 times a day. But then when we get into the nitty-gritties of what colon cleansing is, maybe we can just pick up from there, because I remember you mentioned something about last time you were here, but just in case mutu hakuipata.
Yeah, in just basic terms, colon cleansing is when you get rid of the toxins that sit in your bowel.
Yes.
Because we eat unhealthy, our lifestyles these days, you have nyama choma, you go for parties, we don't eat healthy foods, we don't take fiber. Foods that have fiber mostly are the veggies that we're supposed to take. So we have this encrusted crust that sits in our large intestines, but nobody knows. Because I'm okay, I'm fine, I wake up, but there are small symptoms like headaches, poor skin, indigestion, you're eating something, there's a problem, problems with your bowel, the Bristol stool scale, I think I mentioned that the last time.
Yes, you did.
And then all these small problems, you may not know that they're leading to something. There's something known as symptoms speak, your body talks to you. And the leading cause of death is constipation, and constipation is directly linked to your bowel, to your colon. So if there's a problem there, it means that there's a problem with your lifestyle, with what you're eating, how you're exercising, you're not drinking enough water. So having a clear or a healthy bowel means that you'll be healthy, because a healthy bowel, you have in the detoxification system for your body.
Yes.
You have your kidneys, you have your lungs, you have your gut. Those are the main engines to detoxify. Your liver, in fact, is the number one. And then your body works according to what you give it. So I'm going to drink water this morning. So my liver, my kidneys will use this water. The kidney needs about 32 square capillaries. It's a network of capillaries that needs the 6 liters or 8 liters we talk about. So if I drink enough water, I'm flushing out all these toxins that I'm getting from the food I'm eating, from the environment. And then when it comes to my bowel, I'm taking high fiber foods, but because we are not doing this, and the last time I checked, cancers of the digestive tract, like colon cancer, is number 4 in the list. We have breast cancer, we have prostate cancer, other cancers, but it has become number 4 because we are not eating foods that are benefiting you. We live here, maybe we go somewhere for lunch, we're going to have a burger and fries, but how is that helping my system, and how often am I eating this kind of food that is creating so much burden in my intestines, in my system? Your body really works hard to protect you. Honestly, by the time you attract something,
yes,
it is so
done
much for
everything
real.
it could.
And that's how we are created naturally. The body protects you. So by the time you have a bowel disease, and we don't know, and unfortunately, like a heart disease or hypertension, which is a silent killer, bowel disease is also a silent killer. So start with constipation. Oh, I'm constipated today. Sometimes you think, okay, I'm going to drink water. We take laxatives. The other day, I'm not having a bowel movement. The other day, when you now start saying it's the meat that I eat that is the problem, or it's this. By the time it becomes a problem, the large bowel, the colons, have a lining. The entire gut has a lining. It's known as villi. They are small like pikes. They're taking the nutrients that you need. So I'm drinking water, so they're taking water. I've taken an orange, they're taking the vitamin C. I've taken my salad, they're taking the nutrients back. And when they take in the nutrients to the villi, what happens, whatever that is passing down, because it has to go as waste the same day, because my body does not need it anymore, has to get out of the system. And for that to happen, you have to have an active lifestyle. Either you exercise, and the most important thing, you take foods that are high in fiber, and foods that do not clog the system. So when this is not happening, I'm happily eating my food every day, but it's clogging as I eat. And you do not feel it as that happens, because it's become the norm. It's become the normal. Today I have
way of
gas.
life. It's just gas. I'm bloating. I'm constipating.
Exactly. Then I'm going to take an antacid.
Yes,
I'm fine.
but that's not the solution.
Because you create a crust. So when the villi in the large bowel, they're supposed to remove this weight. It's supposed to be pushed as a broom, and it comes out every 24 hours. You need to have a bowel movement twice. So when this is not happening, it now starts encrusting. So it's creating a layer inside my large intestines. So when that is happening, my villi still think they need to extract and absorb the nutrients back into my system. They do not know that this is a crust that is forming.
So it's not actually going into the system.
So what happens, what they suck back in is rotten or dead stuff that has stayed so much in my system because it's not getting out. So you're reabsorbing toxins into your system. And that really makes you fall sick without you knowing physically. So with time, the crust, you reabsorbing these nutrients, you start gaining weight, you start having bowel movements that are problematic, and so many diseases that start from there.
But how then do we go about cleaning the colon? Now that we see there's a problem there, what are the ways that are available for us to clean the colon?
I will start first. I will first start with there's so much on colon cleansing. You Google right now, you find millions and millions of things.
What would you recommend?
First, you need to understand that your body detoxifies. It cleanses itself naturally if you provide the environment and the nutrients or whatever it requires for it to do it. If you drink water, drink your 8 glasses of water. You know, people don't believe this. I once went for a conference where we were told, just take your 8 glasses of water for a week. Let's see what happens. You know, we never really get to drinking the 8 glasses, and you do that, you feel better. So the thing is, drink your water and then take foods that are high in fiber. Even if you're going to junk, even if you're going to eat these other foods, you need that broom. Fiber, the roughage. We have 2 types of roughage, the fiber, the insoluble fiber and the soluble fiber. So the insoluble one is the one that acts as a broom. I eat anything today, even if it's that nyama choma I'm talking about, it's swept off my gut. So it's not rotting there for 72 hours. My body is not absorbing back the toxins. We also have the insoluble ones that you can get from your fruits, like the apples. The vegetables and fruits are the ones that give you this. Apart from that, if you continue and feel that there's really a problem, sometimes you're told just do a detox, you know, something to cleanse your system. And there have been so many. There are those pills that you can take, or those concoctions that you drink that make you like remove everything. They're not very safe, because if you take a pill that makes you remove the toxins, or the waste that is clogged, it works at that time. But as you're doing that, you've removed your healthy bacteria. You've created an imbalance. You've done so much damage. But at that time, you feel so safe. You feel so relieved that that's what I need to do. But the best method of cleansing, apart from the natural ones, is colon hydrotherapy, where water is introduced. It cleanses, it removes. The electrolytes are replaced. Everything else is put back the way it was, and it's not a way of weight loss, because a lot of people do colon cleansing to lose weight. Just something that you do to jumpstart or kickstart or start a healthy life. I've seen a lot of clients saying, I'm getting married in 2 weeks. One time I had a lady from, she was a cabin crew for Emirates, and she wanted to get married. She was so excited. She came with her husband. Little did she know that her clogging was so much. I was also shocked. A skinny girl. So being a little bit big does not mean that you're not healthy. Yeah. So this girl, and then when we were cleansing, you take 3 days, 45
it takes
minutes.
3 days.
Yeah. Each session is 45 minutes. And a session, you start from the cecum to the descending colon, ascending colon, transverse colon. So it's a process. And this girl is so confident that it's the husband, to be, that needs to be cleansed. And she had all this blue stuff. I forgot to mention that what you remove when you're doing a cleanse is known as mucus plaque. It is a black mass. It is not even poo. It looks like, you know, like maram, sort of a black slimy thing. And hers was blue. And as the therapist, I'm wondering, do you have blue food? You know, you need to advise someone after. So I'm thinking, my God, what am I going to tell this client? Because I have no idea
what that blue thing is.
So we did the first session. The second session takes 45 minutes. And I'm telling you, she was a skinny model who works for Emirates. So the third session, we just did a discussion, and she told me, I had been in the US for a couple of years, and I ate a blue gum every day. And the blue gum sat in her system for over 25 years. So
what?
Fiber, high foods that are nutrient-dense, and foods that are high in fiber, and foods that help you eliminate is the most important thing, because once you clog your system, that's when you start attracting all these diseases that we're talking about, because we are made of nothing but cells. Each cell makes a tissue, each tissue makes a system, and the system is me.
Yes.
So once you mess from the beginning, you mess the entire system. And we don't understand, when you give that cell what it needs, if you cleanse it, if it's healthy, if it's clean, you're drinking water, you're eating the right thing, and it is able to eliminate the waste, because you cannot avoid this waste. The air we breathe has free toxins. So I'm breathing it right now as I speak. So as you eat antioxidants from vegetables and fruits, as you drink water, as you exercise, you're cleansing that system naturally. But when that does not happen, it's within you, but you don't know. You just experience symptoms. This is happening. I have something is popping in my skin, but you still do not know. And unfortunately, what you are going through right now, when the symptoms are out, when they erupt, it's too late, because it has already happened.
I have a question here for you, Kate. Good morning, Mikali and Kate. Can I cleanse my colon naturally with food? I think you mentioned that earlier. Fruits, water, veggies, for example. I take a lot of fruits and I never experience any tummy issues. I am Maureen from Kahawa.
Yeah, I need to answer two things, 2 points in that. You can do it with your foods. You can high fiber foods. Imagine colon cleansing is not something that it's a side business that I need to do. Just put your salads, eat your 5 portions of fruits, drink water, exercise. You know, you're eating whole foods, whole grains. You're doing it naturally without knowing. But if that's not happening, then you need to prompt your system in a way. She talked about doing juices and salads.
Yeah, fruits, water, veggies.
Sometimes we have the juice detox that is all over.
Yes, I've
Take
seen
your
that.
Celery for 3 weeks or 1 month.
Yes.
That is not sustainable, and it's also very dangerous, because if your system is not used to that, and if you're taking too much of a certain veg, like I've seen a lot of people take the green one that has a lot of course, the chlorophyll and all that, the green plant blood. You find yourself that you're taking so much of the green stuff, it affects your gallbladder. Within time, if you do it at an extensive time, you start vomiting, you start feeling bad. I would like to say that what she's doing is right, but you need to reintroduce water, salads. You can say 2-3 days of detox. You decide you're drinking water, you're taking your salads, or you're drinking water and you're taking your juices. But the juices, the fruits have to be low sugar and non-acidic, because if your body is in starvation mode, you cannot introduce acidic drinks that will damage your system, and then the vegetables have to be neutral. If you're strong enough to do it, do not do it for 10 days or 20 days.
No.
Like we say. A 3-day detox is enough to jumpstart your metabolism. And then after that, just start your salads, your tomatoes, something you love. I love tomatoes, so I would start with that. I love apples. I love pineapple. So those are the things you start.
That you'll jumpstart with.
Yeah, you jumpstart with.
Okay.
But do not overdo it. And
because you're hurting your system.
and again, also listen that you're not doing this for weight loss, because a lot of time we think that you're doing a detox to lose your weight. You will lose that weight.
It will
you
come
will
back.
obviously lose it, because you're losing your water mass, your
Yes.
water weight,
Yes.
and then you're not eating. But
Yeah.
as soon as you introduce a solid food, you mess up your digestive system to start with. You mess up your metabolism, you mess up yourself, and you just gain the weight within no time. So you need a permanent solution where you're detoxing every single day by eating healthy.
Great.
But if you feel your system is so clogged, because that will happen, it's obvious. I'm clogged right now. You might be clogged right now. The colon cleanse, colon irrigation may help to get rid of that waste, the mucus plaque. And we are told an average person has about 7 kilos, 22 kilos of waste that just sits there.
What?
So once you open that tunnel, then you're able to experience the body and health that you truly deserve.
Okay. Another question for you. Morning, Mikali. I did colon cleansing some years back and I ended up having very bad constipation. Does this process have any such side effects?
Okay. I wonder why she did her colon cleansing. I don't know whether it was homemade or whether she went to a therapist. But what happened at that time? They cleansed everything. The healthy bacteria, everything in her bowel was clean. The electrolytes were gone. When you cleanse, everything comes out. So maybe at that time, they did not replace the electrolytes. You need your potassium, your sodium, you need the bacteria, your gut to be back to like when you clean an aquarium, you remove the fish, it's cleaned, and then when the fish are put back, the environment has to be the exact same when it was before. So maybe that did not happen. They never gave her the flora, the healthy bacteria also to thrive. Maybe she cleansed, everything came out. And when that happens, and I attest to what she's saying, if you cleanse and everything is out, you start eating, you start having
constipations. Okay. Final question before I let you go. Does weight gain and colon cleansing relate in any way? I'm sure you've mentioned this a couple of times in this conversation. Lately, I've been adding weight for no reason. Do I need colon cleansing? This is Brian from Mumias.
Brian, we need to understand why we gain weight. It's very difficult to answer for him because he's not a woman. If it was a woman, I'd have said hormones and all those things.
Yes, but it's a dude.
Pregnant. But if it's a dude, then the metabolism, your body metabolism may be very low. And this is because of the environment that you've created from what you eat. You need to eat foods that are high in megahertz, foods that give you energy for you to burn calories. And that's why we're told, do not diet to lose weight, because you're not using any calories to do that.
Yes.
So he may have dieted, I don't know. He may have done colon cleansing, but what you get into after or during, I always tell people, eat the way you're going to eat the rest of your life. It is not for this week. It's not for that period.
Yes.
So I don't know whether he was only eating for a period, and if he's gaining weight, then he needs to change the regimen he has right now. He needs to, maybe it was
adjust
not the kidogo to maybe you are doing salads that you're taking carrots, maybe you need to take broccoli.
How can people get in touch with you directly? I'm being told our time is up and you need to catch a break. How can people get your products as well?
So you can find me on. We are available in all the supermarkets. My brand is called Kids Organics. Any supermarket you walk into, we have a wide range of antioxidants, juices, honey, all organic.
Okay.
Nothing done beyond that. I'm the organic ambassador for East Africa as well. So I advocate for people to eat natural, be a natural by nature. You can find me on Facebook at Kate Kibara. You can also find us at Kate's Organics on Facebook.
Okay.
And lastly, the phone number 0721 385883.
We didn't hear the last bit of it.
0721 385883.
Thank you so much, Kate Kibara, for joining us again. And kukubali mwito wetu mara ya pili. We're going to take a very short commercial break. We will be right back. This is Full Circle with Mukali.